Hey guys, so we need to talk about what is actually happening in the wedding industry right now in February 2025. So if you've never seen my face before, I'm Samia. I'm a wedding photographer, and I've been in this industry full-time for 6 years, and I've been in this industry total for 10 years. And this has been my weirdest year, weirdest last 6 months. This is looking to be 2025 is looking to be the weirdest year I've ever had in business. And I feel like nobody's like fully addressing it. I feel like everyone's kind of like, oh, what's your calendar look like? Oh, it's fine. What's your calendar look like? And it's like, no, we should actually talk about what is actually happening in the wedding industry because I feel like it's different this year. Okay, so first, before we even chat about it, let's Google it together. So if I just Google what's really happening in the wedding industry right now, this is what comes up. So let's look at it together. So the wedding industry is seeing a shift towards smaller weddings, more personalization, and more technology. Smaller weddings, more personalization, more technology. So micro weddings with 50 guests or fewer are becoming more popular. Okay, I don't feel like for me I have experienced that. Maybe it's the way I market. Maybe it's my business. I'm in Virginia, in the wedding industry in Virginia. So I haven't seen that from my end. That I'm getting a lot of inquiries for smaller weddings. I have gotten a few more elopements, but I wouldn't say that my 150 person weddings are now like 50 people. So I have not seen that. More personalization. Couples are looking for a personalized experience aligned with their values. Unique venues, restaurants, art galleries. I feel like that's becoming more and more of a thing every year. So I'm not sure if that's like more any special for if that's special for this year. Um, More technology, virtual ceremonies. That is that since COVID, that's not a thing. Couples are using technology to connect with. Okay, this Reddit article is interesting. Most people I talk to, what did that say? Most people I talk to are down 40 to 50% in their bookings for 2024, which was last year, from normal pre-COVID levels. Anyone seeing this shift down for 2024? Um, so this person is saying, I believe my belief is that we had a big rush of COVID postponed weddings, plus couples whose relationships were condensed and accelerated during COVID because stuck inside together who all got married around 2023. We are past that bubble. So I'm looking to 2024 to 2025 wedding season to be a little bit more pre-COVID typical. Okay, I was thinking that too because people didn't meet during COVID, or when they did meet and they were already together, that accelerated their relationship. And when COVID was first happening, I was shooting a lot of weddings, and I'm sure you guys were too. But now it's like, where did everybody go? So I feel like because of COVID, people weren't dating, and that was 3 years ago now, and now there are less engagements, less weddings. So I think we're seeing a big aftermath of that engagement gap for sure. Okay, so I feel like that's only one thing though. So that's some information that I found online. I also feel like this year, if you're in the United States and you're a wedding photographer, this was an election year, and this is not a political, by any means, YouTube channel. But with election years come like a lot of uncertainty, and people are just feeling very unsure and unstable about what's happening in our country. So, there's always less weddings during an election year. So like that's always been a thing. So that's also heightening 2025 bookings. And you can feel it in the energy, at least I've experienced it on calls with couples because they're asking a lot of questions about price. They are reading through contracts really thoroughly. People are very hesitant to trust easily. And I think that's just an overall energy of the industry. Okay, so like what does that mean for us as business owners, right? So I think we have number one, acknowledged that this year, 2025, like 2024, but more so, I feel like more so 2025, is a very hard year for the wedding industry. Weddings are down 40, 50%. clients are booking, the ones that are having weddings are smaller weddings. Anyways, what does it mean for us as photographers? So the first thing is we could pivot slightly. So I'm here on this education channel because I pivoted over into education a little bit this year. So you'll be seeing a lot of my face here on YouTube. But some of my peers, some of my friends have pivoted to do more families, started offering motherhood like journeys, newborn sessions. You could pivot into the corporate photography, videography space. You could pivot into real estate. You could pivot is one. Change or have another offer. You could get a job, which I feel like nobody is also talking about in the wedding industry because I feel like sometimes it's so hush hush, and I wanted this channel to be very honest. So you could get a job and come back when the market is more stable. I don't know when that will be, maybe 2026. I'm hoping 2027, to be honest. You could get a job in a relevant field. You could get into the education space like I am. So there's a lot of different ways to pivot and things to do. And I don't want this channel to make you, I don't want this video to make you feel like, oh, there's not enough weddings, I'm just not going to market anymore. That's not what I'm saying. I think we still do have to put our best foot forward and still have your Instagram and on your blogs, everything going as normal because it's still very, very competitive. So I'm not saying just like stop caring. I'm saying if you are feeling the pressure of the industry and like what you have been doing for years is kind of like not working, or you feel like it's feeling extra hard right now, I just want to validate that it's not just you and that the market is really hard right now, and people are very skeptical of booking vendors, and there's a lot more at play than just like what you're doing, and there's only so much as business owners that we can control. So it's easy to get confused, and it's easy to start to doubt your processes and get yourself into a scarcity mindset where you feel like there isn't a place for you in this industry, or couples just don't want to book you don't want you as a photographer, they don't like your style, or you don't have anything to offer. It's easy to jump into like those thoughts and those feelings when the market is like this, and I don't want you to do that. So some of those things, maybe there are things that you can work on, but there is a lot of truth to the fact that the industry is really hard right now. So next week I am going to make a video on, this is going to sound very confusing right now, but maybe not. I am going to make a video on why it's the best time to join the wedding industry as a photographer, even though it's the hardest time for us who've been here like me for like 10 years. I'm going to make a video if you're new to the wedding industry or you're thinking about starting wedding photography, why now is the best time to actually get your foot in the door with the rest of us that are in here. I will see you guys in that video next week, and thanks for watching.